Come on in, welcome to my home. Why doesn't my life look like that? Or why doesn't my thing look like that? Or why doesn't this thing that I really want to do look like the inspiration? Well, there could be a reason. Because the inspiration might not exactly be like the inspiration. Let me explain. If you are looking at social media and you are looking at it, and even the most simple task may not be exactly what they seem. Whenever you see something which is like that, there are multiple shots in that, which means multiple takes, just to get that sequence of putting the laundry into the washer, or into the dryer. So, what am I trying to say? Well, what I'm trying to say is sometimes what you see on social media isn't even mildly real. Like, not even mildly real. I use lots of illusion here just so that I can give you the idea that this is real. Well, what does that have to do with anything? Well, simple. When I'm not doing it on camera, I do it in a completely different way. It's much faster. This takes a lot of time. Let's talk about the earlier laundry sequence, where you saw me taking the laundry out of the washing machine, and then I put it into the dryer. Started the dryer. However, that's not just it. So the one thing that I really wish people would ask is, how much of what I see is real? Well, parts of it. You saw that, but you also got to see the behind the scenes. You also got to see how much of it really isn't real, but you also got to see this whole thing come together. You get to see little pieces of this, which is not exactly real. I mean, is your house this light all the time? No. Does the light make a difference? Oh yeah, yes it does. The light brightens up everything. It makes the whole scene seem really cool, and that's the thing which I'd love to have people ask. What is real? So why did I go through that whole long thing that just was sort of an intro? Well, because a lot of people have analysis paralysis, where they think about something, they study it, they do everything for a really, really long time and then never do the project. But also a lot of people have the problem where they look at something and they're like, well, I could never get my place, my thing, my whatever to look like that, so I won't do the project. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. As you have just seen, that the things which you see on social media really aren't as real as they seem to be, which means that you will probably do a really good job, or you'll do a horrible job. I don't know, but it's good to try at least taking that. I mean, this is realistically what my living room looks like. There is no extra light on. I don't normally sit around with extra lights on, but anytime I would show you something that's in this room, especially for a video, I would have the extra lights on. I would have the everything looking just right. All this stuff would be moved out of the way so that way it would look good. Because, well, I mean, when you think about social media is a presentation of life. It's not a representation of life, it's a presentation of life. I'm not saying that these people, the things that you see, the things that people are doing, are necessarily fake. I'm saying that they're probably enhanced. Enhanced is different. Enhanced is, my pantry isn't all perfect and wonderful, because we've all seen those pantries in the commercials where obviously nobody ever eats anything and they only buy stuff which is yellow or green so that it will color coordinate with everything. Good luck with that. But a lot of people look at this and they're going, well, I just won't do anything because I'll never get my house to look like that. Your house will never look like that because people don't live in those pictures. And the people who are taking pictures of their houses don't even live like that. It's for a picture. It's for a video. I can honestly tell you that, you know, the stuff which I have around my house isn't necessarily what I would leave out around my house, but it helps with the video. It helps with that sort of thing. But I want you to take away from this is that there is any project that you will do. If you do the best that you possibly can with that project, that's great. That's wonderful. We are all for that. We are all for encouraging you to do the project that you want to do. Will it be the greatest project? Probably not. Not unless you have some practice at it. But is it worth trying? Oh, yeah, it's worth trying. It's worth trying a lot. And it's also worth remembering that sometimes you see these people who have these videos where everything looks absolutely great and wonderful and this is how they normally live their lives, and then you find out that, like, they're a professional baker, or I've been a carpenter for the last 50 years, or who knows what else. That's okay. Stop comparing yourself to everybody else and do what you want to do. That's what I want to really get out there. What you see isn't necessarily real. So have some fun with it. Enjoy yourself. Take everything that you watch on social media, even the how-to videos, all that sort of stuff. Take the information, go with that information, but don't let it stop you. Don't let that whole, but their thing looked perfect, be the one thing which holds you back from doing something which you could actually even do a better job at than they did. I don't know. You might not even know. Take your time at it, go slow, and then have it actually look good. Because lots of things happen over time. As you saw with the video, because I'm looking at my viewfinder here, as you saw with the video in this room, I don't live like that. This is how I live. This is a cloudy day, and these are the windows, and these are the lights which are on. This is everything which would normally be happening in my real life. Does this change the way things look? I think it sort of does. So you might be looking at things in a darker light. You might be looking at things going, oh my gosh, this just doesn't look so crisp and clear and wonderful as everything else that I've seen everybody else do. And, well, there could be a reason for this. This could be it. I don't want you to stop. I want to be the person who's encouraging you, saying, cool, do it. Go for it. Enjoy it. Don't think that you've got studio lights in your house which are going to show how crisp and clean everything is. Don't think that if you haven't spent, an hour and a half cleaning up the place before you go and take the picture, or you go and look at that thing, it's not going to look the same. Before you decide if you love or hate something, clean up the area where that thing is around, and then take a look at it and see if that decluttered, cleaned up area makes that thing shine or makes that thing make you still say, nope, hate it, gotta go. In which case, you hate it, it's gotta go. But if you want something to look like it does in these social media posts and these pictures and that sort of thing, you gotta actually be on the same playing field. And the only way you're going to be on the same playing field is to do the same things. Lots of light, lots of cleaning up, lots of it will look that way, and suddenly you'll be like, hey, cool, mine actually isn't that bad. Mine doesn't look bad. Mine actually looks pretty good because now I'm looking at it the same way I was looking at theirs. Now I'm looking at that with the ridiculous amount of light that they used to make sure that everything looked great on this background, which was perfectly color coordinated and everything was neatly put away and there's nothing distracting me from that thing. Well, that was a hard sentence to say without breathing. This video, while it's not the exact normal video that I would do, this is the video where I'm telling you I'm encouraging you, go for it. Just do it. Enjoy yourself. Have some fun with it. Do the best that you can. Own up to it and be proud of it. And look at it the way that it was meant to be looked at. You know? Like you're actually going to live, not that other way. And this also holds true for like furniture and stuff. When you go to the store and you buy a piece of furniture and you're like, oh, this is great. When I brought it home, I hated it. Do you know why you hated it? Because the store isn't your house. The store has many different things going on around in your house. That's why they tell you to take home paint samples and paint that paint sample on more than just one wall. They tell you to, like, you know, it's really good to figure out, will that even work? Because, like, some of the things you don't even realize. Some of it could even, we're going to talk about this, could even be the sound in the stores is making you have a certain emotion to that. Yes, we're going to do a video on sound, but it could be, you could be having a reaction to that. So, yeah, put yourself on the same playing field, then decide what it is that you're actually liking or not liking. Then you might figure something out. Well, let me know down in the comments if you are playing on the same playing field as everybody else, or are you trying to even things out? If you are, let me know. Let me know if this video helped you, encouraged you, got you to actually go and try something that you've been saying you can't do because yours will never turn out the same. At least give it a shot. You won't know until you try. At this time, I'd like to take the time to thank these wonderful patrons who, without them, I would never be able to make these videos. They're the ones who encourage me to go ahead and make the videos that I want to make. So, thank them, or blame them. I hope I get to see you again the next time you stop by.